Hi everyone, this is Dawnafe Whitesinger, Navajo County Supervisor for District 5. Today is our update day. We had a Board of Supervisors meeting and we're going to do a brief update on the February 11th meeting. As always, all of these items can be found online and you can get all of the specific information and documentation right there. But we're just going to highlight a couple of things. We had the opportunity to recognize one of our canines from the Sheriff Department, Canine Kilo, and we are so grateful for what he has done for our organization and all of the drugs he was able to seize. It included cocaine, fentanyl, heroin, marijuana, methamphetamines, and including weapons. And so he did quite a service for our organization and our local communities. So we wish him the very best in his retirement. One of the other important topics that we talked about today that we're talking about across the region is wildfire preparedness. And so we had a special guest today, Catrina Jenkins. And so we have Catrina here today, and she's going to talk a little bit about some of the information that she shared.
Thank you for having me. So it was a privilege to present to the board as always. The biggest takeaways I have for our communities is we are very aware that wildfire is extremely scary right now. It's been super dry. We're going to get a little bit of moisture, but probably not a whole lot. And so we know we're going to have a wildfire season earlier than we ever have before. We're planning for it and getting ready for it already. So we're looking at restrictions. We're looking at things that we can do at a regional basis to help mitigate that very real danger.
Yes, there's a lot of things for us as citizens to think about when we're preparing for wildfire season. And certainly, you know, we've learned from the conversations that's happening across the country that maybe it's not a season and that it's part of our daily conversations. So what are some of those things that families can do to prepare for a wildfire?
You know, one of the biggest things that I'm pushing this year is kind of a personal endeavor for me is having the important papers ready. There's a great tool out there done by FEMA. It's called an Emergency Financial First Aid Kit. And this is a little booklet that has checklists and links to get important documents that you may not have handy or may need to get duplicates of, such as birth certificates, deeds, insurance paperwork. Once you go through this checklist, and it even has a place for important numbers, whether it's doctors or other contacts. This is a great tool to get done. Once you compile everything, you keep it together either in a hard copy format or in a password protected cloud device or thumb drive, somewhere safe. We want your information. This is important information, so we want to keep it safe. But this is going to help our citizens recover much easier if a disaster does happen. And it doesn't have to be wildfire, it could be anything. But that's the one that we're kind of worried about right now for the southern part of our county. So this, more than anything, you can have a kit, be on the alert system. All those are great things too. But the paperwork is really hard to get your hands on. It's doable, but if you do it ahead of time, you don't have to worry about it later.
Yes. So we don't want to be in the situation where we're facing an emergency. Maybe we have to evacuate immediately. And then we're trying to go in the house and find all of our important documents. We don't want that for anybody. So we want to make sure that we're all thinking about how do we prepare in the event of an emergency. And this will be an important tool that'll help you. Navajo County will provide the information and links, so look for those. Continue to look out on our social media as we provide more information about how do we become prepared as a community. Thank you for joining us today. Look for us at the February 25th Board of Supervisors meeting, and we'll have a wrap up then. Again, all of the information can be found online, or if you want to watch the complete meeting, you can find that there as well. Thank you.